Okay, Taurus. Welcome, Taurus. Welcome to Auntie Chants and Tarot. Thanks for joining me here. Thank you, watchers, if you're here. Remember, we embody a lot of different zodiac signs, so check your charts and look at your houses. Maybe you have Taurus in a particular house. Check that out. Just listen to the message. Maybe something here will strike you as an answer to a question you've been asking the divine or the universe. You never know what can happen. Something can just strike you in such a way after you've been listening for 10, 15 minutes that's like, boom, there it is. This is a direct connection somewhere for you. Let's start with the oracles, Taurus. Okay. We'll do it a little bit different order today. Start with our oracles. What do we need, Taurus, to hear today out of the oracle group? Ooh, 2 fly. Okay. If the river flows this way, this talks all about just go with the flow. So no swimming upstream for you guys. I know you're strong-willed, but go with the flow. Go with the flow. And you also have all the threads of fate must bend. All the threads of fate must bend. Again, we're talking about the tapestry of your life. Maybe you think it's going one way, but if I know anything, if you know anything, if we all know anything, is we're making plans for life and we think we're going in one direction and life tells us, oh no, you're going in another direction altogether. And you get that nice surprise, and it certainly can be a surprise. It's like the John Lennon quote. I don't remember exactly, but life is what happens when you're making plans. This speaks to that. All the threads of fate must bend. Be flexible. 2 cards about flexibility, Taurus. Very interesting. Okay, let's see what the cards are saying, if they will confirm that. Flexibility is your friend. Do you have all the answers? No. Do we ever? No. So we run with flexibility, plans B, plan B, plan C. We have a lot of different plans. Okay, this is the 4 of Wands. This just came out in a read I did today for Aries. This talks about the home. This talks about celebration. This talks about goodness, beauty. There's something here you're celebrating. There's something coming up that you're celebrating. There's something to be celebrated. And it might involve an Aries because that was the first card that came out for them too. Okay, we're talking to Taurus. Taurus, what is the message for Taurus here on the floor? We've got the King of Wands. King of Wands. Oh, excuse me, King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. Okay. Someone that's good with money. Someone who has money. Someone who's getting ready to celebrate something. Is this you, Taurus? What is the message for Taurus? Spirit, what are we needing Taurus to hear today? Flying out. 6 of Swords. This always reminds me of a time when I was coming back from Italy and I was on a plane and I was looking down at the world and I felt very insignificant and small. And I needed to make changes in my life that I knew were going to be big. And I knew it was going to take an awful lot of courage. But the 6 of Swords talks about that very thing, choppy waters, and you're moving into calmer areas. 6 of Wands follows that, and that was also in the Aries read. And that's all about victory. What I'm sensing here is that you've had a rough go of it. You've worked hard, you've made your money, and now it's time to focus on other things. There are other aspects to life than a foundation and money, and of course that's important. But I think you're realizing, look, I've got the foundation, I can settle down a little bit now. Let's move into calmer waters. I don't want to work X, Y, and Z. Whatever you were doing, maybe that was choppy waters. You were successful, but maybe it was just something you didn't enjoy. You're wanting to move to calmer waters. Maybe you don't want the pressure of whatever you were doing. So moving to calmer waters is where I see you wanting to go. And I do see that that is successful now because you've made this change, or it's going to be because it's something you want to do. You will do it. And I see that it will be successful. What you have now on the table is the world in reverse. Now, this talks about a feeling of giving up. So maybe you're to a point of, I just want to give up, or I got to the point where I just wanted to give up, and then I just decided to move to calmer waters. I wanted to give up with the choppy waters, is what I'm hearing. Two of Wands, you made plans. Okay, so now it's kind of coming into a more clear picture for me. The King of Cups is also out here, and the Hangman. Let me take a moment here. Okay, yeah. Okay, I'm getting it. So you're now celebrating because you were in a situation that you didn't care for. It wasn't for you. It was too competitive. It was too stressful. You moved to calmer waters. You made clear plans to move to calmer waters because you wanted to give up on this angst, this something that you were good at, but that didn't provide what you needed in the way of making you feel whole. You gave up on that. You made plans to go in another direction, and your plans included helping the greater good. That's what I'm seeing. Something altruistic, philanthropic, you're doing instead, or you've made plans to do that. You're somehow switching gears completely, like maybe from a corporate toxic situation to philanthropic. And you've thought about it. You've got the Hangman here, which means to me that you have looked at your situation, or you've meditated on your life, or you've gotten to a stage where your mind is clear after it got quiet, and you said to yourself, this isn't where I want to be going. I'm good at this, but this isn't my purpose. This isn't why I'm here. And you got clear on that, and it included other people. Something that you're doing here is for the greater good. You saw your situation in your life from a different perspective, a different angle, and now you're making plans, or you've made plans and it's been successful, and there's reason to celebrate. I love this. This is so beautiful. Wow. I see there's lots of money here. You have lots of money backing you, your own money, someone else's money, but this looks beautiful. This just looks fantastic. Taurus, what else do we have for you here? Other messages for Taurus? Other messages for Taurus Spirit. Yeah. I just saw the devil flip. It was in the reverse. This is liberating yourself. So that goes along with what I'm saying. I'm reading that as you liberated yourself from something toxic, a situation, a person. I'm seeing it as a situation. And you've got the Seven of Wands in the reverse. Now, this could talk about, and Aries got this too. That's so interesting. This can talk about being attacked, or feeling like you're being attacked in some way, and being misunderstood and then attacked. This can also talk about, I've defended myself for a very long time, and now I'm no longer going to be in that situation. Going with the flow. You're no longer defending yourself. You're going with the flow, which is your two first cards, the two oracle cards that told you to go with the flow. And the flow is going to lead you to benefiting others, helping others. Victory here and many celebrations. Wow. I love when it all comes together. You have to stay on your toes, though, sometimes. Spirit's way ahead. But yeah, that makes sense to me. You're no longer defending yourself. Forget it. You're going with the flow. You see where you want to go. You've worked hard. You've got a base here financially where you can do whatever you want to do. And you want to do something philanthropic, something that helps the greater good. You've thought about it. This is more in line with your purpose, you feel. You've given it a lot of thought. Go one more time with the deck. Magician. Excellent. You've manifested this. Yeah, I think I'm talking to somebody who's very good in business, who's very analytical, who wants to put those skills towards something that benefits others. So that's very unique. That's very right brain, left brain. You're capable in both areas. And it's something you've manifested. Beautiful. What a special individual you are. Clearly. The cards say it over and over again. 8 of Wands. There's going to be quick motion here. There's going to be quick communication, something along these lines. So you're moving forward with these plans and this change of pace, this change in direction, or this happened quickly to you. If you're already in the midst of it, it happened quickly. You made the decision. It happened quickly. 9 of Swords is at the bottom of the deck, and it's in the reverse. So this is talking about there's no longer whatever kept you up at night, whatever you were doing that was so toxic before, work-wise is how I'm reading it, is no longer. You've made the changes that you felt were necessary to make, and that has dissolved a lot of your worries because you're going with the flow. Let's get a charm for our Taurus. What do they need to see or hear in this message? Spirit. Okay, 2 are coming out together, and they were intertwined. I've got the seahorse. This has a lot to do with masculine, feminine energy, and kind of the blend of both. The seahorse can so embody both energies there, masculine and feminine. I feel that's what's necessary as you take on this project that you're doing, this new way of life. You're balancing out your feminine and masculine for this project that helps the greater good. Wow, that's beautiful. And you have the butterfly. This is all about transformation. Go in with the flow. As I'd like to remind us, is how we started this with the 2 cards that talked about going with the flow, and now you have transformation with the butterfly. I cannot state enough how much I love this message. I am just picturing who I'm talking to, the people that this resonates with, or the person that this resonates with, and I am so grateful for people like this. You really do make a difference. You have the wits, the intellect, the drive, the ability. You've worked hard, so you have the finance that can help you really make a big difference. So kudos to you. That's your message today, Taurus. If you have liked this channel and you like this message, please like, share, and subscribe. It really helps my channel. And as I try to always end with, and feel so important to say and remind myself daily, it's important for us to remember who we are. Let's always remember who we are. And let's remember our self-worth. Thank you for joining me.